Today's news. OSCE discusses the role of media in the election process. Kamanda Newspaper Collective conducts press conference regarding the harassment they faced. Low-quality salt in market is source of disease.
OSCE discusses the role of media in the election process. On the 24th of August, in the Landmark Business Center, the OSCE Baku office conducted a roundtable on the theme, The Role of the Mass Media in the Parliamentary Elections of 2010. The OSCE Baku office head, CEC chairman, the representative of the government, heads of political parties, and representatives of mass media participated in the event. Ways to cover the elections fairly and comprehensively within the mass media were discussed during the roundtable. The head of the OSCE office in Baku, Bilge Jantarel, said that pluralistic media is of significant importance for democratic elections. Mass media should make efforts to show political parties, coalitions, initiative groups, and independent candidates in the news fairly, and to showcase them through the broadcasting of interviews, articles, debates, and allow them to conduct a fair campaign, said Bilge Jantarel. CEC chairman Mezahir Panahov and the head of Azerbaijan's Presidential Administration Socio-Political Department, Ali Hassanov, said that media is free to cover all parts of the election process. Mass media is free to follow all parts of the election process. The government doesn't restrict and/or sanction the mass media, nor will they during the elections. Every opportunity will be created for private channels to air the elections. The mass media can organize a contest among the candidates, organize debates, and form an image of the candidates, stated Ali Hassanov. The head of Democratization Department of the OSCE office in Baku, Jacqueline Carpenter, said that balanced news regarding candidates during the election process is important. OSCE does monitoring. The last presidential elections were aired limitedly. Time was given to the current government's candidate. AZTV supported the current government and used propaganda for that candidate. Television channels did not air the campaigns of the opposition candidates. The heads of the political parties for the opposition don't believe that the government's statements will be implemented during the election. Authority representatives speak right in the meetings. However, reality is different from their statements. Everyone knows that the authority is preparing to falsify the elections, Musafat Party Chairman Isa Gambar pointed out. APFP Chairman Ali Kerimili responded to the prosecutions of the Presidential Administration Department head. It was said in OSCE's report that state television allocated 94% of its time to the current government's candidate during the election. 43% of the votes counted were bad. If television channels don't have pluralism nor debates during pre-election campaigns, how can you say that the election is democratic? Addressed Gambar to Ali Hassanov. YAP Executive Secretary Ali Ahmadov expressed a different opinion about pluralism. If a candidate doesn't have many votes during the election, it is not right to connect this lacking of votes with the election process. The opposition party has been here for 20 years. Society recognizes them. It is not right to blame the election process or the media, said Ali Ahmadov.
On the 24th of August, in the press center of the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety, Kamanda Newspaper Collective conducted a press conference regarding the assault of Baku football player Mahmoud Gurbanov on the editorial office of Kamanda Newspaper. Kamanda Newspaper editor-in-chief Rashad Ergun spoke about the incident. He said that Mahmoud Gurbanov did not like the article, "The Person Who Changed His Reputation with Money," that was published in the newspaper on August 15th. Gurbanov came to the editorial office of Kamanda Newspaper and physically pressured the editor-in-chief. Then Gurbanov insulted the newspaper's employees and damaged property within the editorial office. He added that the Baku club issued a statement condemning the behavior of all the football players. However, the club has doubts regarding the incident. Several hours after Gurbanov's attack, the Baku club had a game against the Gabela club. Gurbanov would not leave the club's camp without the leadership's permission. If the club's leadership was not aware of this, it shows that the club did not take this incident seriously, said Ergun. The editor-in-chief added that they appealed to the Nasimi District Police Unit No. 20 regarding the incident. Ergun had a medical examination for his injuries. He said that he will take legal actions and they will be successful in punishing Gurbanov. The editor-in-chief and the employees of the newspaper, Natig Mukharli and Kenan Mastiliev, were grateful to the mass media and other journalist organizations for their reactions. Natig Mukharli emphasized that the police began to conduct a serious investigation after the reactions of the media and other journalist organizations. Media Rights Institute Program Coordinator Khalid Aghaliev said in his speech that the incident took place is a violation of the freedom of expression. He said that the Media Rights Institute has given a lawyer for this case. He emphasized that Namazov will participate as a representative of the injured people. It was not happenstance that the thalassemia treatment centers were built in each member of the Commonwealth of Independent States Union. Our country is the leader in the region, according to indicators of this blood disease. The causes of this disease include teeth falling out, abortion, and the use of low-quality salt in food. Free Consumers Union Chairman Eyüp Hüseyinov said in the press conference that was held at the Trend Information Agency on the 24th of August. Salt that doesn't meet standards is being used in several places, Nakhchivan, Salyan, and Neftchala regions. However, the biggest problem is Masazir Lake, where hundreds of tons of harmful salt enter into small and mid-sized factories. The law on iodized salt for the purpose of the mass prophylactic of iodine insufficiency diseases came into effect in December of 2001. On the 21st of July, 90,000 tons of salt from Masazir salt factories were confirmed for use. Azerbaijan needs 50,000 tons of salt for food. The Ministry of Economic Development, Ministry of Health, Customs Committee, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs will do their best to prevent outside production of this salt. However, foreign salt that is without iodine and harmful to one's health is sold in the markets all across the country. Nakhchivan salt is another issue, said Hüseyinov. It is dispensed to divisions of the Army, the Ministry of Agriculture, and to markets. For example, Hüseyinov tested salt samples that were brought from Neptune Market to determine whether the salt contained iodine. Iodine was only present in the samples from the new salt factory, but not present in any of the others.